They are cheating, they are stealing the election, they are doing it in front of your face, and they are colluding with big tech monopolies to shut down news stories to do it.
If you want bias, here's your bias. Twitter locks Trump's campaign's account over video related to the post-Hunter Biden bombshell. Notice how Twitter and Facebook never suspended or limited or deboosted any report on Russian collusion, Donald Trump's P-tapes, Ukraine, etc. It's all out there. But this comes out, the Post puts this out, and guess what happens? Twitter locks it down. Of course, no, they say, well, it's unfortunate. But they didn't stop. They've continued. Twitter locked the campaign's account on Thursday for trying to share a video accusing Joe Biden of being a liar, which he is, related to the Post report on Hunter Biden's emails from that hard drive in that shop that he just left there, or whoever left there. From his own personal account, Mike Hahn tweeted a screenshot of the message from Twitter reading, "Your account has been locked," and showing the post at Trump team tried to send to its 2.2 million followers on Wednesday afternoon. Joe Biden is a liar who's been ripping off our country for years, the would-be tweet said with an apparent link to a video. Twitter accused the Trump campaign of violating our rules against private information. Really? Really, Twitter? Really? You want to go down this road? You've already gone down it, apparently, now. It's amazing. Twitter has suspended at Team Trump for posting a video calling Joe Biden a liar who has been ripping off our country for years. That relates to the New York Post article Hahn wrote 19 days out of an election. And you can see right there. The suspension comes the same day the social media platform blocked numerous accounts from tweeting links to the Post's exclusive story, claiming it contained hacked material. Hacking requires you breaking in to a computer, not one that's been sitting on a shelf for some time, and then giving it to the FBI, and one of them given to Rudy Giuliani's lawyer. That's not hacked. That's just giving something that's basically leftover property that no one claimed. And of course, on Wednesday, Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey admitted our communication around our actions on the New York Post article was not great, and blocking URL sharing via tweet or DM with zero context as to why we're blocking unacceptable. Right, but what are you doing to stop it there, you piece of human trash? Nothing. And from the Federalist, Twitter suspends New York Post account over bombshell Hunter Biden story. Of course. Twitter suspended the Post account on Wednesday following its publication of a bombshell story indicating, which its indictment, Hunter Biden monetized foreign companies' access to his father, Joe Biden, while the latter was vice president. The emails come from a laptop left at a repair shop that appears to have belonged to Hunter Biden and is under FBI and Senate review. Apparently, journalism has died, according to Twitter. Only certain political ideologies are allowed. So anything on the left, critical of the president, A-OK. Anything on the right, critical of Joe Biden, not okay. Imagine that. From Noah Manskar, the Post primary Twitter account has also been locked because the Hunter Biden stories violated its rules against distribution of hacked material per email we received from Twitter. Again, they didn't hack anything. It was just right there on a shelf. Left over for a long time. No one paid the bill to get it repaired. So it was given to the FBI and Rudy Giuliani's lawyer. According to Manskar, the only justification Twitter attempted to provide for the suspension was questioning about how incriminating hard drive and computer were obtained. I don't see how that makes a difference. Despite the Post's clear explanation about this in the article, Twitter says this was done because of a lack of authoritative reporting. Oh, now you care about authoritative reporting, but you didn't care about it before, but now you do? Bias much? On where the materials in our Biden story originated. Per the story, the emails came off a copy of a hard drive obtained by Rudy Giuliani. Original hard drive was left at a Delaware computer shop, he explained. Neither Twitter nor the Post responded to the Federalist inquiry concerning the length of the suspension and under what conditions Twitter will reinstate the account. It is also unclear if the Post's suspension spanned all those outlets, social media accounts, or solely Twitter. The suspension comes after Twitter began blocking users from sharing or sending the article link on their platform. When unverified and verified users attempted to share the link, they were met with a message stating the link has been identified by Twitter or our partner as being potentially harmful. Yeah, harmful to the truth, and were directed to a page claiming the link could be spammy or safe. Facebook also announced that it would be limiting the distribution of the story until it could be independently verified. Right, of course, by Andy Stone here, as you see, but he's a leftist ideologue douchebag a-hole, so you know where that's going to go. Group verified by unnamed third-party fact-checkers. Facebook also claimed that this was procedure despite not applying it to the Russia hoax stories peddled by the left and the media for 4 years straight, nor to the President Trump's illegally obtained and then published tax records. That was okay, but the Post story is not. Like Paul Joseph Watson would say, imagine my shock. And coming on the heels of all of that, the guy in question that provided all that information on that hard drive, not only to the FBI, but to Rudy Giuliani's lawyer, man who had Hunter Biden's laptop, suggests there's more, hints at FBI cover-up, fears assassination. I would too, especially when you're dipping your toe in, deep state politics. It says after the Post published the shocking revelations, the Hunter Biden leveraged Joe Biden's position and influence to make money in the Ukraine, and in a series of photos showing Hunter apparently in the throes of a drug binge. The computer shop owner who transferred the data both to the FBI and Rudy Giuliani spoke to the media in a nearly hour-long audio interview, and I suggest you listen to it. I didn't listen to it all, but you can imagine. They don't like this guy, obviously. The people on the left, people on the right love this guy. They want to see this guy stay alive as long as possible to answer questions. John Paul Mac Isaac, the owner of the Mac Computers repair store in Delaware, who came into the possession of an abandoned laptop previously owned by Hunter, spoke to the media for nearly an hour and suggested there is far more content than what the Post published, including illegal content, and said that he fears for his life because of the content on the hard drive. Isaac also hinted that the FBI is covering up the contents of the laptop as political favor to the Biden family, which I would not doubt, and claimed that the FBI warned him not to go public with the information in his possession. At one point in the interview, Isaac explained that during his career as a computer repair professional, he once encountered child porn. When he was repairing a man's computer, he immediately called the police. Good on him. He compared that to this incident and said that while he did not see child porn on the Hunter's computer, he saw illegal materials and discussions of illegal activities that made him believe his life would be in danger. It is in danger. And you'll see what he'll talk about. Look what happened to Seth Rich. It's kind of dubious and kind of, he committed suicide with 5 bullet holes in his back. Let's see. He went on to suggest that there's much more than what is currently being published and what may have been a vague hint that he has a dead man switch in the event something happens to him. He quotes, "I'm afraid of someone waiting to make sure that I don't extort them for money or that I don't do things with their computer. They silence people. So I was afraid," said Isaac at one point. "I just wanted it out of my shop." When pressed, Isaac explained that he feared things people will go through in this political climate. Yeah, we've already seen dead Trump supporters in the street. Apparently citing the last several months of civil unrest and political violence in the United States, he also claimed that people that work for Joe Biden are putting his life in danger, and I do not doubt that one bit. When asked whether he spoke first to the FBI or Giuliani about the computer and its contents, he told reporters that he first gave the information to the FBI because he trusted them. Wrong. Don't trust him. And it was the first time he ever received a subpoena. Isaac also confirmed he has not spoke to the FBI in the last month. The media repeatedly asked if he approached Giuliani or his lawyer with the information or if he was approached first, which Isaac refused to acknowledge. At one point, after repeatedly refusing to answer the same question, Isaac became exasperated with the media. "Do you guys do this every day to people all the time?" asked Isaac. "I don't know if I should talk anymore." You shouldn't talk with the media. Obviously. Maybe Project Veritas, don't talk to these clowns. He went on. "I'm worried about saying the wrong things and getting in more trouble than I already am. You're not in any trouble, as far as I know. I'm worried about my safety, salvaging what I can out of my business. Someone set up a GoFundMe so quick and fast. When pressed on what type of trouble he could create, he again brought up his frustration with the mainstream media, saying, "There's like a million press people that have been beating the hell out of me all day and today." When the media told him that his refusal to answer questions about the timeline of how he came into contact with Giuliani would result in the readers questioning his integrity, he again lambasted the media. "I'm probably not going to have any integrity by the time you guys are done anyway. I'm pretty much at the point where I don't care what people think. I'm not a political operative. I'm just a guy that had something that I wanted out of this shop." When he asked why he was willing to work with Giuliani, he explained, "When you're afraid and you don't know anything about the waters you are in, you want to find a lifeguard." At one point, Isaac claimed the FBI agents he spoke to suggested she should not discuss the contents of Hunter's laptop publicly. "They told me that nothing ever happens to people who don't talk the FBI, and that made me scared because that's not something I would expect the highest branch of," said Isaac before apparently realizing the magnitude of his statement. Don't. It was more along the lines of, if our experiences when stuff like this happens, nothing ever bad happens to people that keep quiet. This is getting deep, my friends. One reporter stated that Isaac was alleging the FBI cover-up, which, did anyone hear about it since September of last year? I haven't. That's interesting because FBI is a sieve. They always leak out information, but not this. Muy interesante. He went on to say that he doesn't want to speak to the FBI after these revelations because he expects they're probably not going to be thrilled to talk to me. Isaac repeatedly states that he went to the FBI because he thought it was the right thing to do given the magnitude of the material in his possession. "I thought I was following the chain of command," he insisted. When asked why he didn't do not simply throw the laptop away, he replied that it didn't seem like the right thing to do, nor was it. When asked whether a third copy of the material exists, other than the copy in possession of the FBI and the copy in possession of Giuliani, and at least partially by the Post, Isaac said that he created a third copy and gave it to a trusted friend as a safety precaution for fear that if something bad happened to me, I gave the drive to somebody who would hopefully leverage it. He went on to state that this third copy no longer exists. Right. As the interview went on, and Isaac was finally asked about his feelings about Giuliani giving the story to the Post, Isaac said he had no emotions, and he said it was preferable to an assassination, making reference to death of Seth Rich, a DNC employee, who some believed had a role in the leak or hack of the DNC emails, and Jeffrey Epstein, the billionaire pedophile hedge fund manager who partied with British royals, the Clinton family, and Bill Gates, among others. "I have no opinion on the matter. I mean, I prefer this outcome as opposed to getting shot jogging in the morning," said Isaac, earning the scorn of the reporter who insisted the conspiracy that Rich's murder had anything to do with leaked or hacked emails was debunked. Debunked by far-left media. Imagine my shock. "I was just giving you an example," said Isaac. "Epstein didn't really kill himself. This guy, Seth Rich, got shot jogging." You can tell that this man, this mild-mannered computer shop repairman, is scared. I would be too. Because let's be honest here. What do you think is going through this guy's mind? After all, you just basically spit in the eye of the far left Joe Biden political candidate for the Democrats for running for president. You spit in his eye. You drudged up all of this crap. What do you expect is going to happen? I would be scared too. Because you really think that there are no hitmen or any, people out there that'll, we raided his shop and finds, kiddie porn on this guy's computers. You really think that may not happen? They're going to find a way to delegitimize this guy and find, he got into a water fight or a food fight in the cafeteria in high school. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to blame this guy or try to drudge up stories or something that doesn't really have anything germane to this subject against this guy. So that's it. So I guess in conclusion here, Jack Dorsey and Mark Zuckerberg are human trash. They're far leftists. They don't care about anything constitutionally speaking. Because, companies don't have to follow the Constitution. But are you really going to die in that hill, Zuck and Dorsey? Are you really going to die on that hill? Because it doesn't seem like the right thing to do. In my opinion, that's the wrong thing to do. You should allow all speech, even speech you don't like. But the minute you became a publisher determining what you can and can't promote or post on your site, you've just violated your Section 230. And that, my friends, is nothing to be shocked about. This guy should watch his back, because I would be afraid if I was him. He should get a bodyguard. He should get with somebody. This guy needs to stay alive. At most, he needs to stay alive and report on what he saw on those emails and then the hard drive. How dumb does Hunter Biden have to be? Well, all you have to do is ask a drugged out meth head, such as the guy right there in your right hand corner of that picture. Imagine my shock.